we're back.
We're back!
More Thunderhammers.
More Thunderhammers.
Gotta have more. Gotta push Thunderhammers harder for SummerSlam.
We were reading the comments, and by reading the comments, I meant thinking about what we were going to talk about.
Yeah.
And I think we should talk about like how we got into the hobby.
Okay. I got into the hobby actually through Dimitri.
Okay.
What happened was, like, I knew Dimitri back in grade school, and then when we went to high school, he was, like, one of the only people I knew. So, like, I hung out with him a lot. And one time I saw him, like, he was heading out to Black Knight, I guess, so he was, like, building some orcs. And I was just like, oh, what's that? And he was talking about 40k, and at first I'm like, that's dumb. Why would I spend, like, all my money on this little hobby? And then I kind of, like, started, like, paying more attention. I'm like, actually, these are kind of really cool. Then I'm just like, you know what? So I started looking into 40k, and I'm like, hey, these Tau guys seem pretty neat. I'm gonna try them. And that, like, this was like the year Black Knight opened. So, like, I remember just walking through the store when it was all new and just being like, wow, this stuff's really neato. And I met Jay that day, and I'm just like, he's like, yeah, here, why don't you have this Space Marine to paint? And I'm just like, wow!
Wowie zowie!
Wowie! Wow, gee, thanks, mister! And, like, then it was just like, pretty much like my fate was sealed. So are you ready for one of the better sequences in this game?
Sure.
Like, the action sequences are good, but this one was really good.
Alright. I got into the hobby in, like, grade 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, some guy was, like, sitting next to me in class, and he's, like, jerking off or doing whatever. and I'm like,
yeah,
right,
that's
whatever.
grade 4.
He's just doing his shit. And I'm sitting there, and I'm, like, doodling in a sketch pad or something while the teacher's talking.
Yep.
And he takes out, like, a Dark Eldar Codex, and I was like, holy shit, what is that? That's amazing.
It's like 90% album cover.
Yeah, 90% speed metal album. Oh, no.
Oh, yes. So, you gotta defend...
What the hell am I oh.
So, this is the one thing I really wish Storm Boys could do in 40k. Is like
fly in a little fleet.
Yeah. Well, no, like, they attack the like, I wish they could charge flyers. Like, I remember I had, like, written up, like, this fluff rule where, like, Storm Boys could charge a flyer. They will die, like, if they take the plane down, they die with it. But it's like, you spend, like, it was, like, to me, a good use of 90 points, right? Like, it was like, oh, 90-point Storm Boy unit takes down a 270-point flyer, fair trade.
Yeah.
And, like, a couple of people were like, that's broken. I'm like, Storm Boys, if they can make it that far, they deserve it. Because they've got a 6+ save.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, you know what, they should... then there was another one I had, which was, they're allowed to charge a flyer. It's a literal kamikaze attack where they just fly into the engine.
That'd be cool.
Or, like, they fly up to the vehicle and, like, they get sucked into the engine.
That'd be cool.
And it's just like, you treat it as an automatic, how do you say, like, immobilized result.
Jesus.
So this sequence is really fun, but it's like, oh, it's actually a lot harder than it looks.
It's not too bad.
No, but it's
not as hard as the Resident Evil 5 like lake monster part.
Oh yeah.
That thing was tricky. Not like hard, but like tricky enough to. Ooh.
You're gonna want to take him down.
What the fuck? Oh. So just shoot it.
Yeah. I think specifically like. Uh oh.
Oh no.
Yep, there it is. It's fine. It's fixed. Yeah, it wasn't on the capture. The TV fizzled for a second. It's overheating.
So they're just trying to. Okay, I get it.
They're boarding. They're doing what orcs do. I just noticed you're the only one in here. Like, I thought your friends were here, but I guess not.
Ow, thug. Oh wow, just like straight up. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. I like this. I like Storm Boys. I have a soft spot for Storm Boys.
Yeah, like that's exactly what I want the Storm Boys to do. Just like go into the engine.
Or like even punch like the pilot out.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Because they're orcs.
Yeah. Like, that's exactly what an orc would do. He just sees a thing and he's like, well, I'm gonna hit it with a stick.
Yeah. A stick bomb.
Yeah. Or just a stick with a pointy end. Fuck it. Like, I almost I want them to redo the orc sprue for fantasy and replace some of the spears with just pointed sticks.
Yeah.
Like, orcs don't have time to wait to put a rock at the end of it. Oh, yeah, right, I forgot they actually take your weapons.
Oh well.
Oh well. Actually, that's what makes this, like, welcome to the fucking fight hard.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because we were just fucking around, really, for the most part.
Anyway, what were we talking about before we got like distracted by how good that
how we got
Valkyrie
into
was?
the hobby?
Oh yeah, right, yeah, and you were like, yeah, you were like the Dark Eldar Codex.
Yeah. So I was like, that's pretty hype. And he's like, yeah, it's Warhammer. Like my brother plays it, and he played like Imperial Guard and Space Wolves, and this was when Space Wolves were like predominantly metal.
Yeah. Like yeah, this was back when Space Wolves were like Vikings with minor wolf like motifs.
Yeah.
Instead of being like wolf with minor Viking motifs.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Like, I kind of wish that they didn't push the wolf stuff too hard. That said, the wolf cavalry is still one of my favorite units, so I don't know what I want. Because it's like, it's just one of those things where it's like a guy riding a giant wolf is so stupid, I can't be mad. Oh, God!
Love me!
It's like that scene where, like, Luke is looking over the fucking, like, the scope over the fucking, like, looted, speeder, and he's just like, yep, it's Tuscans, alright.
But the guy was, his brother played... That's
Well,
what happens.
yeah,
That's what happens in the
Guard,
Let's Plays. You never finish the story, and
Never, ever.
no one's ever happy with what they want.
No one gets what they want. That's why we're playing Space Marine. We originally were going to just eat popcorn and masturbate.
Back to back, of course.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
yeah.
it'd be gay.
Yeah, no. It's totally fine that way. I kind of wish that they were like the fucking propane tanks on flamethrower guys in Gears of War, where you can shoot the missile on their back and have it explode. But
Yeah,
you know,
that'd be
this,
cool.
like, you know what? This
Scorchers,
game is still pretty great. Like, I'm not gonna say it's perfect, but you know what? This is probably one of the best 40k video games we've ever gotten.
Oh yeah. So his brother played Imperial Guard in Space
Right,
Wolves.
story.
And we'd have like, I had like 2 squads of Dark Eldar and Archon and some Incubi or whatever.
Which
And
was almost a full army back then.
Oh yeah, that was like more than enough really, at the end of the day. And I'd play them a lot, and I'd go over to their house or whatever, and we'd like have popcorn chips and shit, and their mom was like super nice. But they were like really bad at the game because they didn't know the rules properly. So like I didn't know the rules well, and then eventually I sold my Dark Eldar and whatever, and moved on to Tyranids, I think then. Well, and after that, I didn't. No, I went to Tau. That's what I did.
Yeah.
I went to Tau. And
Yeah,
then
you
I,
used to have Tau. Oh, punch that kid. Hey.
And then I started going to a hobby store in like Kitchener or something because I lived in Cambridge. After that,
okay.
I went to.
Wait, when did you live in Cambridge?
Well, a long time ago.
Because I used to live in Cambridge.
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah,
I hated
it's
it.
not great. I lived in Cambridge way back when I was like, I think, single digits. Like, all I remember about it was that there was a pretty good Dunkin' Donuts. Actually, I'm not 100% clear if that was Cambridge or
A fever
Sycamore.
dream.
No, you know what? Like I was talking about this earlier today. My memories no longer are in chronological order, and that alarms me. I'll be talking to a friend, and I'll distinctly remember something I have I'm like, yeah, remember when this happened only like a couple months ago? The dude would be like, that was 6 years ago. And I'm like, oh god. And then I'll be like, yeah, I remember when this happened. The guy was like, that was yesterday, and I'm like,
Farewell, Captain. I must return to bed.
You.
Those damned all flyers
Yeah, so like Mira just picks you up, and she's like, oh, I see you got jobbered.
Yeah.
All right, let me drop you off the rest of the way. Did they fucking walk?
Yeah.
It was like, where did you guys come from? Oh, hey, there's the power axe if you want to upgrade to that.
I want Thunderhammer.
You'll get it later in the level, I think.
I'm gonna get this chainsaw. I don't need the power axe. Too slow.
I like that Drogon's just like, this delay is just too much, and then the fucking Space Marines, oh, like, I guess you'd want us to go faster. Yes. Oh, man. You know what? Drogon's a chode, but he's the kind of like understandable chode where you're like, you know what? You got important like Inquisitor stuff to do. I guess that's fine. You gotta make.
That was bad. That looked bad.
Yeah, that wasn't great. I can't tell if it was like a problem of the like that fucking obnoxious sun in the corner or not.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing I think that disappoints me about like the setting of the game is that despite the fact that they're in a big fat universe and they could have done anything, they did fairly like Earth kind of settings.
Yeah.
Like they had a lot of the Gothic architecture, which was great. Like I don't regret that one instant. But I think like I'm a little disappointed that these like Badlands weren't more like
This
bizarre.
is classic 40k though.
Yeah. You know, fair enough. Like, I just kind of a little bit disappointed, like, the sand isn't, like, blue or, like, crimson or something.
Yeah.
Like, you know what, I can understand why they didn't do it, I'm just like, eh, could have tried a little harder. I remember Dawn of War actually had a couple, like, alien planets that were legitimately weird, like trees that were, like, big bulbousy slime pockets and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, that's the kind of thing I want. Yeah.
We should make a table like that.
Oh, what?
That's like the one thing we haven't done is made a table.
Yeah, well, I got my big table over there, and it's like...
Oh boy, that was
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that in the least, and like I was like, just geez, wow.
That box was just going nuts. That's the
going
definition of going nuts. So, like, part of me is kind of like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, we really shouldn't be stopping the episodes where we are because we're missing story. And then the other part of me is just like, 40K's never been about the story.
No, never ever.
It's like folks, like, if ever we, like, stop in the middle of a conversation, I'm not gonna lie to you, you're not missing too much. Like, the story for this isn't that deep. You show up on a planet because Titans are here, and Orcs are attacking because they want the Titans.
Titans!
And you gotta stop them because you're the big hero, man. Shut up, Drogon. We're going as fast as your fleshy little baby legs can go. Tank busters are hardy.
Phew. I can't get him. No.
He's pushed slightly into that, like, hitbox.
Ah, fug. Ah, fug.
Oh no. Oh no!
Oh, you can die in those cutscenes.
Yep, there it is.
Okay.
If a job's worth doing, it's worth dying for. That's what the Emperor said that.
Just apply that to school and like everyone's dead.
Fuck, that's just like a weird mental image. Like you just walk into class and everyone's skeletons. Ah!
Ah!
Ah! Ah! Ah! It's bad. I think, like, if I had to guess, Stamper would probably be, like, one of the internet personalities I'd want to meet the most.
Oh yeah, easily.
Because he seems like the kind of guy who would just be fun to talk to.
Yeah.
You just be like, hi, how's it going? And he just says something weird to you, and you're like, yeah, that's exactly what I came here for.
Apparently him and the guys he lives with will, like, purposely be assholes to people, like, just to see how they'll react and stuff. Because they're like, I may as well put my worst foot forward all the time. You know?
Apparently, like, I remember there was, like, I think on Game Grumps, Danny Sexbang first met him, and apparently the first words out of his mouth were like, "You're so sexy, I just want to fuck you in the pussy. I just want to ruin you down." I'm sorry, is that inappropriate? And apparently, like, it shut Danny down because he had no response to that. And it's like, you know, I can't really think of what I would say. It's like one of those moments where you're like, oh, he had no response, oh, what a scrub. And then in the back of your mind, you're like, what do you say to that?
Yeah.
Wow, is this ever
Gotta
just...
get out of here.
This is the kind of melee that, like, 40K has in the tabletop. Also, I remember a while back, someone was asking, like, of all the armies, why don't orcs have a rule that lets them shoot into close combat?
Yeah.
Like,
there's a lot of shit that orcs should be able to do but aren't allowed to. Same with, like, some Imperial Guard stuff, but... Like, I think that if, like, Imperial Guard can, like, take tanks as like, their HQs,
HQ?
I think they should be able to take Rough Riders as their HQs as well.
Man, that would be... You know what? No, they should have a Rough Rider command squad.
Yeah, exactly. They should have that, but they don't have Rough Rider models because they're fucking dumb.
Well, it's one of those things where they do have a model, but it's a single model, and it's metal still.
Yeah, and I think they don't make them anymore either.
I think they do, but it's like direct order $40.
Yeah. It's fucking dumb.
Yeah. I remember actually I wanted to do like after Unbound came out, I wanted to make a Rough Rider army. Just because that's like exactly the level of dumb 40K should have, like just like it's a far future and a bunch of chodes just come in riding on horses. Actually, I remember the Talon were like cool because they rode like the fucking dewbacks from Star Wars.
Yeah, yeah. Those were cool.
Yeah. Like giant space crocodiles, and I'm just like, yeah, I like that.
I was looking up like the scale 40K is, which is like 135 or something like that.
It's like 32 heroic. It's 28 millimeter. Okay, so what it exactly is 28 millimeter heroic scale, but 40K calls it what's that called? 32 millimeter.
Yeah.
Like, other companies, if you want to know what, like, if their size is to 40K, they'll say 28 millimeter heroic scale.
Yeah. And like I was looking for like bikes that size and stuff, and like
There's a couple online. There's a site I know that does a lot of like really good 40K-esque stuff called Puppets War.
Yeah.
But like they do power armor, but it looks a little bit too clean.
Yeah.
It's really square too. Like it's kind of like whereas power armor here is rounded.
Yeah.
Like they're a bit more jagged and square, but at the same time it looks too. I don't know how to say it other than it looks too nice.
Yeah.
Like, it's not covered in, like, pointless pieces, and that's sort of what 40K is. Like, that's supposed to be Imperial technology, right? They don't know how it works, so they just slap a bunch of things on top of it thinking, oh, this will make it better, when in actuality it does nothing.
Yeah.
Or, like, it's a direct detriment. You'll finish him.
Oh, that was close. I almost didn't get it. Uh-oh.
Thank God your shield is coming up.
Yeah.
So for a while I was always thinking, like, what is the shield like? Why does he have a shield? And I'm like, oh, it's just a game mechanic, right?
Yeah.
Then I remembered, no, power armor has a shield, and that's why they can go without a helmet. And I'm like, I guess that makes sense. I guess that's what the shield represents. Then it clued into me. He's a fucking captain. It's an iron halo he probably has.
Yep. Yes, it is. That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah. Also, your purity seals are back.
Yeah. Oddly enough. Ugh. Not today.
What do you think the other guys are thinking as you're just like charging back and forth?
Something wrong with Captain Titus.
Captain Titus, are you okay, buddy?
Fuck, again? Fuck you, game.
There you go. Everything's gonna be alright.
Everything's coming up Millhouse.
Alright, folks, we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.